Appealing Cocktails with Perry Wellington Realty, where we like to say life looks better with a little curb appeal
and cocktails.
I'm your host, Dawn Pellis, along with our head honcho and brilliant business strategist, and today, the world's tallest leprechaun, Broker Adam Conrad.
I think we should have brought Ralph in for that.
We should have.
Yeah.
Well, we might see him a little bit later. So anyway, we also are talking about Irish pubs and all that kind of fun stuff. We got the music going because it's our St. Patrick's Day special.
It is.
Yeah,
very special, very festive.
Very good reason for that. And speaking of the Irish pubs, we're in the mood for an Irish jig and a wee pint. Or wee dram, right?
Yes.
Is that what we're supposed to say? So they've been waiting over in Perry's Irish Pub for their big introduction. So let's bring him in. It's our favorite mixmaster and associate broker, George Pisonic, along with his faithful little Shamrock, our award-winning agent from Center County, and Annette Yorks from the Annette Yorks Group in our Center County office in Bullsburg. Hello to you both.
Hello, hello.
So everybody looks so festive today. And, you know, I was joking earlier because, you know, I called you the world's tallest leprechaun. There's a reason for that, right? So this is because of what happened at our annual awards event.
Right.
Yeah, remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. So we have two agents who are very tall.
Yes.
Here they are.
Patrick Cassidy and Ralph Rossi, right? So we were not sure who was taller. So at that event, we decided to measure them. And we got them world's tallest leprechauns shirts for a reason. So what did we find out, guys? Who was taller?
I think it was a draw.
I mean, I thought Ralph's hair just stood up just
Maybe
enough.
he was a
He
little
might
bit
have.
taller.
I'm not sure.
That's right, maybe. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
yes. So anyway, we gave them both an award. So St. Patrick's Day, we're talking about that. So it's not the only reason why we're celebrating today. There's another reason, right, Adam, on March 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
That's our anniversary.
Yes.
We started. They actually came and did our office inspection on St. Patrick's Day.
Did they?
They did.
Wow. Yeah.
To
So
start
and
us
that's like
off.
14 years ago now.
14 long years ago.
Yeah. These are some look back to our photo album from days gone by, right? Yeah. So you know, it all started in a little office in downtown Hollidaysburg. This is it, and it was very small.
It's very
right?
small. My
Yeah.
original plan was to have almost no office, but you're required by law to have an office. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to get it the smallest office I can to save money.
Yeah. Well, you know, legend has it that this is where we encountered Perry from the old country.
That's exactly right.
Remember him?
I remember him.
Yeah. You thought you would never, you know, see this
There he
again.
is.
Wow.
But
Here they are.
there we are from our Halloween show way back in, I think, 2015 or 14 or something like that.
Right.
And you dressed as Perry.
I did. That was him.
Yeah. Well, you know, of course we have to take a look back at a video interview that I did with you from, I think it was 2015, talking about how you got the company started, just to kind of give people a little idea of how it all began. So take a look.
I had a real estate agent who mentioned to me that a house had come up for sale that I might be interested in.
He took a look and put in an offer.
So I had a house to sell and I was interested in buying this house. So I actually put the house under contract in about a day, and then I put my house on the market in order to sell it.
The sale price and the 6% commission rate he would pay put Adam and his agent at odds.
And they suggested the price for my home and I disagreed. Now being a broker, I can tell you that happens all the time, and the agent suggested that this happens frequently, that sellers think that their home should sell for more. But I'd done a bunch of research and I felt like my home should be priced about $25,000 higher than what the agent suggested.
They made a deal.
I made a bet and said, I'll put it on the market, I'd want to put it on the market at this price. If we don't get buyers, if we don't get showings, I'd be willing to reduce it to your price after 2 weeks. So let's make a deal. Put the house on the market, less than 24 hours, we got $5,000 more than the price I set. So essentially it was a $30,000 difference between the price that was the suggestion from the agent and the price that we actually arrived at. So yeah, I scratched my head and said, wait a second. So I paid all this commission. I'm certainly paying a lot of commission on the new house, gets embedded in the price, whether I like it or not, that commission's in there. And I thought, there's gotta be a better way.
And that better way was a lower commission rate. And now we are down to 2.5% to list.
Exactly right. I
Right.
want to know who that young man was.
Looks a little different, doesn't he? 14
what
years
14
later.
years of running a brokerage will do to you.
Yeah. Well, of course, our motto has always been generosity equals reciprocity. And so we give a lot to our clients.
We do.
Yes.
We try to add so much in that it just makes so much sense to use us to list your home.
Right, so that low commission rate, 3D Matterport virtual tours, professional photography, drone video, free moving trucks too, and all that top-notch marketing. So awesome, right? And it's all made us #1 for the last 8 years, a courtesy of Allegheny Highlands Association of Realtors, MLS, stats, right?
That's exactly right. So what people have done is vote with their wallet. They said, you know what, I don't need to pay 6% to list a house or sell a house anymore. I can pay Perry Wellington 2.5%, and then we'll talk more about the commission for the buyer, but it really can save a lot of money.
Yes,
Yeah.
it absolutely can. So yes, we're going to talk about that in just a bit because there's so much more to come here on the show. Special edition of Curb Appeal and Cocktails with Perry Wellington Realty. We've got that Irish music playing for our St. Patrick's Day birthday party. And continuing after the break, saving some green. The pot of gold you'll be saving if you list with us. Plus, Annette is hoping there's another quick sale at the end of her rainbow for this listing that is coming soon. And later on, it is TGIF with George O. Pasonic and Annette O. Yorks.
Wow.
They help with, you're celebrating with shamrocks and shenanigans over there, Adam.
Oh, wow.
That's always, right, shenanigans. And our cocktail of the week coming up. Welcome back to Curb Appeal and Cocktails with Perry Wellington Realty's St. Patrick's Day birthday special. Before the break, we mentioned our low 2.5% commission rate and our top-notch marketing. All of that getting you that pot of gold at the end of the closing rainbow. And I'm so happy you all dress festively when we plan these themes.
So yeah, she handed me a shirt and said, yeah, you gonna wear this?
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous, but you know,
We gotta have
whatever.
fun.
You gotta have fun, right? So that commission rate, Adam, tell us more about that.
Yeah, so what we've done is, there's some changes with the realtors and that kind of stuff at the end of last year. So we split up the commission rate. So we advertise 2.5% to list your home. It's up to you, the seller, to decide whether you're going to pay for that buyer's agent. We used to do 4.5% commission, and some people will take that 2.5 and they'll add 2 to it. But you know what? It's optional.
That's right.
And so, if your agent's telling you need to pay 6%, or that's what the going rate is, going rate's now 2.5%.
That's right. The whole idea
Yeah.
is you can negotiate that side, right?
That's exactly right. That's the whole thing is transparency, and we're all about that.
Yeah,
at Perry
we
Wellington.
sure are. And we talked about marketing, and one of the most talked about segments that we had here on the show is Adam's demonstration of the Matterport virtual 3D tour camera, right? That was awesome.
You loved it?
Yeah, it was really good.
was
So
great.
if you missed it, here's another look. So Adam, you have a little demo for us. This is it, right?
I do. So this is a very specialized camera. If you look in here, there's a bunch of different, I think there's 8 different lenses in here.
Wow.
That's 8 more lenses than your typical real estate agent's going to use when they take a picture of your house with their cell phone. So this is a specialized camera. We actually have 3 of these because we do these for all of our properties. And I'm just going to run the camera right now. I'm going to actually have it do another scan and watch it move around. Here we go. We're going to actually see it rotate. There you go. And it's scanning the room as it goes. So it's spinning on its own, and it's basically taking a whole 3D map of the room, and you just move the camera around to the whole room so it captures everything.
Yeah, and then when you're in the virtual tour online, there are these little circles on the ground that you tap on, and then you move around, the whole house pretty
Right.
much, right?
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's really this specialized Matterport. I know there's other people that are out there with all kinds of different tools that say, hey, we do a 360-degree tour and all that kind of stuff, but the Matterport 3D camera is really the gold standard for doing captures like this.
Yes, and Annette, you have done 3D tours pretty much on all of your listings. So what difference do you feel it makes for buyers to be able to walk through the house this way?
It's really important because the buyer can walk themselves through the whole house. It's like they're walking through before walking through, and then because of the Matterport, you get a floor plan.
Yeah.
And buyers love it.
Yeah.
It's such a great feature.
Absolutely, and we're going to demo this here for you. This is the typical, what you would see. Now, this was one of my previous listings from some awesome clients, and these are the still pictures. So they're very nice pictures, coming from the Matterport, but whenever you do the walkthrough, this is what you can do. You see where you're going in the house and the layout. And George, doesn't this give you the better idea of where everything is in the place?
You're right there. You're in the house actually looking to see what it looks like.
Yeah, see? Now we are walking back the hall. Now from that first video or that first picture that you saw, you would never know that this is where the bathroom is down the hallway or the bedrooms are down there, right, Adam?
The #1 request from buyers is a floor plan, and this does that for you. So you can actually literally see through the whole house and walk through. You can also look up and down.
Yeah.
So you can look up at the ceiling, look down, look around. It's pretty awesome.
It is. And this isn't just a 3D tour creator. So there is new software out there that's brand new, and you can remove things, right?
Oh yeah, check this out. You can actually remove furniture. So with a click, we can actually show you what it'd be like without the furniture.
Wow. So let's take a look here. And I don't know if we can.
That is awesome.
Yes,
That is
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, so we were talking about those little dots on the floor, the little circles. That's where you move around in the room. You click on those and you can navigate yourself through. So it's not just, real quick. I mean, you are in control. And then it shows you.
Dimensions.
Yeah.
So what's the other question people want to know? How big are the rooms?
Yeah.
Folks, there is nothing like this. And this is real. I don't want to say it's a Perry Wellington exclusive, but we're the only brokerage that I know of that actually owns a camera, and we actually own 3.
Yeah, and this is so amazing. I mean, how can it make it disappear that? But, like this, and you're going to see that again here in a second. But look at all that furniture, and it's gone.
That is just spectacular.
And then you can think, hey, wonder if my furniture would look nice in there.
Absolutely.
Pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Hey, we're selling houses here. So the number one thing buyers want is a floor plan.
Yeah.
And if you can walk through the house virtually, I mean, this is it, folks. We have 3 of these cameras.
Yes.
I don't know of a brokerage that has a single one.
No, exactly. Yeah, so cool. And up next, speaking of cool, TGIF and a little Luck of the Irish. That music is going again because we're heading to Perry's Irish Pub with our favorite lucky leprechaun, serving up wee drinks. We mean George, of course. George, and you can't do that without Annette's help. So Annette's over there too, and we're gonna head over there too, Adam. How much fun. But Annette, you've got a listing coming soon you wanted to fill us in on.
Oh, this is a great condo, 124 Midway Drive, Bellefonte. 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It has a walkout basement. In this development that is in Bellefonte, it's the Glen at Paradise Hills West. You do not see these come on the market. We've got several inquiries already on the property. Pictures were taken, but we're still tweaking it a little bit inside, doing a few things. Come out and see it. It'll be ready for showings Wednesday, and I'm doing an open house Thursday night, 5:30 to 7.
Nice. And it's in the Glen.
Beautiful.
It is
Perfect
really
for
pretty.
St. Patrick's Day.
Something frolic in the grin.
That's right. We'll be right back. Love that music.
I know.
Welcome back.
Get you
It is time for TGIF, St. Patty's Day style, and we are over here in Perry's Irish Pub for a toast to the weekend. And last week we celebrated Mardi Gras.
Yes.
And
Yes, we did.
this week we have the green and white cake
Oh, look at that right there.
for our 14th birthday. So Annette, you got this. Where did it come from? Ooh.
Oops, it's gonna fall over.
Um,
Almost landed again. That's good.
Dolce Vita, our favorite place, and wow, yes, we were going to catch that. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Live
It does say
TV.
Happy birthday, PW, on top of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
speaking
Try to
of
show that.
cakes, last week, remember we had the king cake
Yes.
for Mardi Gras, right? So, in case you missed it, and here's a look at how that all went down. It's a tradition for Mardi
Yes.
Gras, right? So, Annette, you were cutting the cake at the end of the show, and the legend has it that if you there's a little plastic baby in it, and
Right.
if you get the baby, then it's lots of luck for you for the next year.
Right.
Right? But we were trying to find it, and here you are cutting the pieces, but no luck.
No baby.
No baby.
Not here.
baby.
Right? But guess what, though?
Uh-oh.
Someone had the luck. My mom.
Yay!
Oh, wow. Mom got the baby.
Way to go,
So-
Mom.
I know. So I gave the rest of the cake to Mom. Didn't want to let it go to waste,
No.
right?
No.
So she cut in it. She's like, look what I found. And that also means that she has to buy the king cake for next year.
I like
Alrighty
that.
then, there we go.
That's it. So that's what we were looking for. So, all right. So we're all lucky anyway because George is here to make us a drink. So what do you got for us, George?
Okay, today we have a 3-ingredient St. Patrick's Day mimosa. It's made with sparkling wine, orange juice, and blue curacao. You'll love this as a festive way to kick off St. Patrick's Day. It pairs perfectly with brunch favorites like French toast and eggs. Bright green, bubbly, and fun, and it's a sweet, refreshing, easy to make. We use sparkling wine. I use Prosecco and orange juice and blue curacao, which is actually made from bitter lemons and limes and oranges. And we're going to throw in some edible glitter for good luck.
Can't
Oh,
wait.
you're doing the
And-
now what do
Yeah,
I
you put yours on
I
top when
put
he's
mine
done,
on?
and
Okay.
you're gonna actually lay them sideways.
like that?
Actually,
No?
that was pretty cool, but I don't know if that'll.
Oh, that way. Okay.
Like that.
Gotcha. And you put the edible glitter on it.
Yeah, here we go. It's my favorite job in a whole wide
Ooh,
world.
that's
Look at
really
that.
fun.
Oh, wow.
I
wish we had a
really have
close-up
to
of
get one of
that.
these.
Yeah, everybody should have some edible glitter.
Very
That should.
festive. It has the Irish rainbow, George.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
so
we
awesome.
put the rainbow on for the luck of the Irish.
Very nice. All right. Very
That,
cool.
yeah, and look at that. Just
like
the
pixie dust.
It's like
It
pixie
is.
dust.
I love
So if you
that.
don't want the green beer and you had enough shots for the day, have one of these St. Patrick's Day mimosas. They're much
That's right.
easier to take.
It is. And of course, if you're going to try George's Drink at Home, we remind you to drink responsibly, of course. And if you're buying a new home, getting ready to toast that big sale, Adam, Abstract Closing Services is the place to go, right?
That's right. We own our own closing company, so you can close with us, and it's great because it's nice and convenient. If you're buying or selling a home, if you're for sale by owner, we can help you write contracts. We are real estate people, and we also have a closing company.
That's right. And so you can cose and you can list with us too. So
Yeah.
buy or sell, any of us can help you out.
Sure.
And we have our birthday show continuing after the break with Perry's Properties. But first, we've only been doing this particular show for a couple of months, and we've already packed our photo album full of fun. Let's check it out. Welcome back to Curb Appealing Cocktails with Perry Wellington Realty. It is that time of the week again. Time to take a look at some of
Perry's Properties.
Where are we headed to first?
818 Bell Avenue, Altoona, listed by the Jordan Conrad team. We have a new price, $124,900. It's a spacious 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath with a cozy stone fireplace. In the bonus room, there's a dining room. You step outside, double French doors to enjoy the backyard with fantastic outdoor space and a detached 1-car garage. Really cool place for that price. I would run.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Very good price. All right, next.
Okay, I'm going to take a new listing brought to us by Diane Carnell up in Sylvan Heights Drive in Hollidaysburg for $575,000. You get a beautiful brick and stone rancher on a third of an acre in Sylvan Hills. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, has a large living room with a fireplace. Cherry kitchen has been updated with new granite countertops, ceramic tile flooring, and new appliances. Formal dining room off the kitchen. The basement has been updated with new ceramic tile flooring throughout and into the laundry room. A built-in bar and great for entertaining. There's fencing in the yard and access to the 2-car garage. This home is move-in ready and a delightful place to live.
Really
it's
great.
gorgeous.
Very nice. Great location. Speaking of location, Adam.
Here we go at 339 Oak Knoll Road in Hollidaysburg, listed by Brian Wilt for $795,500. We have a rare opportunity with a grand home in a desirable area of Hollidaysburg. It was constructed in 1920, remodeled in 2005 and 2017, but so has that jazz age charm. 5 full bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms with an additional half bath on the first floor. It even has a finished basement and an ADU.
Yes.
Accessory dwelling unit. Don't miss this one.
Absolutely. And don't miss this one either. New listing, 280 Red Oak Road in Flinton, listed by Betty Barnhart for $339,000. It is a beautiful log cabin.
That is nice.
Beautiful. Built in 2007. Got it all going on. So if you want to hear anything more about this, give us a call. And Adam, as we go, is
got-
going to cut our
cut
cake
the cake.
for a happy birthday.
Where's
happy
my
birthday,
baby?
Perry Wellington.
Is there a
I think
baby?
there's
No
one in
babies.
there.
No baby.
Here's